Hello everyone and welcome back to this week's FailRace versus Community. Today we're racing A-Class cars that have featured in Top Gear or Grand Tour challenges to celebrate the last Grand Tour episode coming out recently with the main 3 Tour. We're here at Spa, a damp Spa, for the first race, heading 3 wide into turn 1 on the outside, starting in by 8th or 7th place. That was off the grid, falling down to 9th. We start to make the run downhill towards Rouge. We've got one slow car in front of us. Going to try and get to the inside of the focus here as we head into Rouge. They're not going to give us a lot of room. We make contact on the apex. They lose control of their car and we'll claim both of those positions. Very slow golf coloured car as we make the run up the Camel Straight. Now back up to P6 as we head up to the Lecom chicane. Lost space in front of us as we brake for the corner. Running a little bit deep, but not as deep as the golf car behind us. Car getting very sideways in front of us off the curb. They're going to go side by side with Ewan through the right-hander as we now make our way down to the long right-hand open hairpin. Go have a look to the inside. Think about sticking your nose in, but think better of it as we get concertinaed it up in this now train that is forming for P3. Heading through the left-hander, No Name not getting a great run, bit of a slide on the exit as we head down towards Peon now. And Peon now still again, this train getting backed up. Ewan running out wide here, letting the green car through. We're going to try and follow them through if we can just get to the inside, which we just about do. However, that's a good turn to the outside for this Piff Paff chicane coming up, though we're going to get stuck behind the green car. Ewan gets to the inside, that turns to the outside, so now we try and sneak up the inside of Ewan here, and we'll be side by side on the exit. But once again, we're going to be stuck behind the green car. Ewan's going to try and go for a move down the inside. It'll be still side by side in front of us through the exit. Gotta see if we can get a cut to the inside of the green car as they run out wide into the gravel, and that gives us the place. But now we're coming under pressure from Impega behind in their black McGann, I believe that is. As we go side by side, we're going to box Impega in with Ewan as we head up to Blanchemont. Ewan's going to get a big slide, run out very wide, but just by keeping out of the tire wall, we're going to run wide as well and take a lift as Ewan comes rejoining the track right in front of us, blocking our path. But we'll get that place in front of Ewan as we head through the bus stop chicane, trying to put on the power, getting a bit of wheel spin. That's going to allow Grumples to get alongside us in their GT40 as we head to turn 1, braking a little bit late, but not as late as Impega or Grumples, though we don't have the grip for a cutback like Ewan has done on us to take P6 from us. Ewan looking to the inside of Grumples, has to back out as they weren't given the space up against the pit walls. We head into Rouge. Ewan losing control of their car, decides to take to the pause menu and ghost mode as we head uphill. Not confident in their abilities, so we're going to cut a little further ahead into lap 2 as we head into Peon, just running a little bit wide as Liam is catching us up. Liam's going to get to our inside and we'll get that move done nice and quickly, barely losing any time behind us. But we will carry on as we head now to the end of lap 2. Liam in a little bit deep wide of the first apex of the bus stop, taking a lot of curb right over the second part, and that allows us to really close in. We're going to cheekily use a bit of the runoff and slightly off track to get to what will be the inside as we head into the source on Liam. Going to try and get the car stopped, still a little bit deep. That's going to allow Liam to get a very tidy cut back, and he's going to hold on to P6 for now as we make the run down to Rouge and Radion. We're closing. We just lift out of it, thinking, no, that last attempt down Surfing Street was a little bit naughty, so we'll just play patient here. But Liam gets a big twitch over the top of Radion and runs out wide. That's going to cost him a little bit of momentum, and so we'll get alongside and get in front as we head up towards the Lecom chicane. But we know from the previous lap, Liam was quite strong, could carry a lot more speed through these medium and high speed corners in the middle sector of Spa. So it won't be too long here before Liam will be able to get past us, and sure enough there, they get to the inside out of the right-hander will have the inside, and we decide, yeah, we'll just let Liam go. There isn't much point in fighting that one. It's a battle that we're never going to win up against their BMW. As we look behind us, we still have one car. We have Car Guy behind us now. You can't quite tell what that red car is. As we head up to Peon, still trying to gauge what sort of their strengths and weaknesses are as they sort of close in a little bit with Peon. We're a little bit wide for the apex, but not wide enough to give the place up. As we're just trying to fight just by holding the car on the curb. On the exit of Peon, Car Guy once again closing in under braking, maybe showing that they have a bit more grip than us, despite the lack of aero that they're running on their car. As we get to the end of the middle sector here, Car Guy hasn't been able to make it past, so maybe we'll be able to open up a bit of a gap here, but we still have one corner here left. As we get into the third sector, a bit of a slide in that. Car Guy does have the run, closes up on the exit. We're just going to awkwardly drive the car down the middle of the road as we head up towards Blanchemont, not giving sort of any gap to Car Guy to sneak through, take a slightly defensive line into Blanchemont, keeping the car on track. On the exit, Car Guy close enough, has been strong on the brakes, so we're going to defend the inside into the bus stop. Car Guy has a little look to the outside. We run wide on the exit, it gives us a very tight line for the second apex. Car Guy getting into a rear bumper, you can see cars getting force glued together a little bit, dragging us both wide on the apex, but ultimately we'll be able to stay ahead for now as we make the run to the source. Best run we've had through the source so far this race, but you can see Car Guy still able to take a much better line, carry more speed than us through the corner. So as we now head down towards Erosion Radion side by side in front, Car Guy's going to try and carry a lot more speed through the corner, but isn't going to be able to make the corner. They'll have to take a bit of a lift to negate any time gained from that. That'll allow us run away a bit up the straight towards the Lecom chicane. But Car Guy in the slipstream, starting to come back at us. Maybe they don't quite have the grip over us and just have the straight line speed. So as we head through the first few corners, thinking might have to defend through this middle sector, but it seems like Car Guy doesn't have the same advantage that Liam does with that straight line speed that they showed. So this could be possible. We just have to be sensible. Make sure we don't overdrive the Mercedes here. It's quite a heavy A-class car. So yeah, it does struggle through the technical middle sector of Spa. So it does make it very easy to overdrive the car, especially compared to what I normally build for these races. So we're just having to fight on making sure we don't overdrive, open the door for Car Guy, which we've managed to do quite well. Car Guy running a little bit wide out of Peon as they close in under braking once again for the path chicane, closing in through the right-hander, but we open a bit of a gap through the left-hander now. And we're getting to the point of we should maybe just about be safe enough, but Car Guy was close enough to make a potential move into the bus stop chicane last lap. And with this being the final lap, they might be a bit more aggressive this time around. So another big slide out of Stavlo. But Car Guy not quite as close as they were that before, but maybe that'll come in to help them with the run into the bus stop out of Blanchemont. So we make the run up to Blanchemont and Pega, running a bit wide onto the grass there, into the tyre wall. A bit of an embarrassing mistake there. But that gives us P6. Car Guy not able to close up this time, so we don't feel the need to go defensive, though they do miss our braking zone a bit, hit us in the rear bumper, and we'd say, well, if you're going to hit us wide, we're just going to take the little shortcut of the second apex. It being the last corner of the race, we don't really gain anything, it just allows us to hold on to P6. Not our fault that we were bumped wide. So yeah, we'll take P6 at the end of that race. So it was alright, gaining a couple of positions from P8, but yeah, definitely not as quick as some of the other cars around us that race. Yeah, we held on, drove quite well, I would say, that race. Next up, we head to Yasmin, starting from second row in P3. It's an alright start. Front row definitely getting a better launch than us. Brazen looking to the inside into turn 1. We sort of leave the door open as we're sort of looking to the outside of Absol, running a little bit wide, but nowhere near as wide as Alex did in the lead of the race. So we managed to hold P3 as we head through the opening S's in the first sector of Yas Marina, but we do get a bit of a slide. Does compromise our run, and we're going to make a big defense against Liam. Just hugging the white line on the inside as we fight in the braking zone towards the hairpin. Just holding the inside. Car guys go follow us through, getting ahead of Liam and Brazen as we head on to first of the two back straights towards the chicane for the first time this race. Doesn't look like we quite have the straight line speed to match the cars in front of us, but I have opened up a little bit of a gap to the cars behind into the heavy braking zone. Absol getting into Alex in front. That backs us up as we hit them, and then we get hit in the behind as well. Just a very messy corner from pretty much everyone involved. But as we head out of the first chicane, Liam has managed to get alongside us. Is on the inside as we head towards the long left-hander here to start the third sector. We're going to try and not hit the back of Absol. A little bit deeper on the brakes. Absol running wide once again. We nearly follow him through. We're able to just tuck up to their inside. Brazen's got to our inside though as we fight side by side. Just not able to give Absol any more room. Having Brazen on our inside. A little bit of contact too, not helping with Forza Glue. But we're going back. I don't quite have the grip to fight Brazen there, so we get a little tag in the rear bumper. Heading through the middle sector now. Not really any opportunity to pass here, but just trying to judge where grip is like compared to the cars around us. Hordes certainly looking like they have the better grip than us as we head through into the final corner now. Liam running out wide, completely missing the apex, getting all over the AstroTurf as we complete first lap. Holding P4 for now, having to go defensive from Hordes, but Hordes go look long way round through turn 1. They just get to the inside of Brazen too, who ran a bit wide fighting Liam. We're going to pinch down on Hordes, the two of us. Brazen's going to be able to hold on to P3. We'll hold on to P4 for now, but it might not be too long that we get to hold on to P4 with the pressure that Hordes is putting on. We have the acceleration into the middle sector, and the hairpin now trying look to the outside of Brazen a little bit. Does run us a little bit deep, allow Hordes to sneak up the inside. Car guy is going to try and follow through as well, but won't have the acceleration or momentum on the exit as we head down straight in the slipstream of Hordes. We've got straight line speed. We'll pull out to the inside, getting in front and clearing Hordes as we get to the braking zone. Though Hordes having a little look to the inside. We run a little bit deep, have to leave Hordes the space, but we'll go for the inside for the right-hander, though having to jump over the curb a little bit. Not able to carry the momentum on the exit, and Hordes drives on up to the cars in front. Car guy though dropping back a little bit as we head towards the long left-hander here. We're closing up a little bit. Hordes trying to force the nose down the inside of Liam through long left-hander. Will get that position and allows us to close in a little bit too, though we run a little bit wide there, dropping us back a tenth or two as we head into the marina section, coming up to the hotel in behind this 3-car battle now. Brazen leading the way, trying to fend off Hordes for now. Hordes looking to the outside of this double left-hander. Can't quite make that one work as we're starting to put pressure on Liam now, with Car Guy right behind us as well. Car Guy closing up into the penultimate corner. We're closing up on Liam. We have a look to the inside, try and put our nose down there, just not quite far enough alongside though. Liam will hold on for now as we fund P5 on second lap, losing 1 place a lap so far. Hopefully we can break that trend this lap with a further 4 laps to go. Liam running out quite wide there on the exit. Will join back in front of us as we try and close in. A little bit of a cut through this long right-hander, just slightly overestimating the understeer we would get through the long right-hander as we head into the hairpin. Try and get a good exit. Car guy looking to your inside on the exit, but again won't have the momentum or straight line speed on the exit. as we get into the slipstream of Liam heading up to the chicane. Quite a bit of a gap between everyone, but you can know how quickly things concertina up into the chicane. Brazen running a little bit deep. Liam sort of following him through. Liam really turning in early to the right-hander, jumping over the curb. We try and look to the outside, but we get forced towards barrier just about have enough space to not be pushed into the barrier, but that does give Cart Guy the opportunity to get alongside and ahead of us for now as we head up towards the long left-hander here. I have a little look to the inside of Liam, not quite close enough to make that move work, though we do hold on to the place. P5 ahead of Car Guy for now, try and get the power down, not run wide this time, which we do, allows us to keep a little bit closer to the back of Liam as we head into the marina section for the third time this race. Car Guy a little bit wide in the background over the curb. Liam very tight line, opens up the door for this left-hander. We try and poke our nose in. We just about get our nose up there and try and have another go into this left-hander. Both of us sliding around a little bit as we head up towards the penultimate corner. We go back out, try for a cut back here. We know we were good through here last lap, so we're going to try and get a move to the inside of the final corner here. We do get in front, just hold Liam to the outside, decides to Beal to the runoff despite us leaving just about enough room for him to stay on track. But as we head into the first corner now, Liam got braked a little bit later than Liam, give him just enough room on the inside of the first corner, and we'll pull clear as we head into turn 2 now. I'm going to try and hold on to this place. Liam having a little look to the inside, but not close enough to make anything happen. They carried a little bit more momentum out the corner than us, so we just try and hold the inside into the hairpin for now, taking a defensive line. Liam getting into the back of us and just pushing us further wide quite rudely, it must be said. That also gives Car Guy an opportunity, and a couple of cars behind us too closing up. One of those being Impeg, who's going to have the straight line speed past us on the right hand side. The audio glitching out there from Forza, but Liam's go for the straight line speed, brakes much earlier than us as we struggle to get the car slowed down, slightly push Impeg wide for the chicane. Liam turns across our nose, spinning us, and Car Guy just driving into our rear bumper. Things getting very messy in the second half of this race. Impega having to cut the chicane, and the mess, the contact mess there was through that chicane, just allowing Impega to get away. We did push them off, so don't hold anything against them for doing so as we head 3 wide into the long left-hander. Car Guy and Tanguy in the black Ford. Yes, the Ford from Spa that we had an incident with on the opening lap, getting through, and them finding a way through as well as we head into the Marina Bay section once again. A bit of fighting here. Car Guy getting to the inside of the Focus and getting up to P5. Me and them both making contact with the outside wall here as we just try and slightly cautious into the entry. Focus really abusing track limits there as we rejoin to try and fight off Car Guy and allow him to just sort of gap Liam as we come on to the penultimate lap. We know we were a little bit stronger than Liam in the corners, so we could maybe get a move done here, but it's not going to be the easiest. It does help that we've with Car Guy and Focus getting past us, no pressure from behind, so it's just us versus Liam now as we head through the end of the first sector towards the hairpin now. Them going a little bit defensively, but we're not quite close enough to make a move into the hairpin as we head through the hairpin, just underestimating how much speed, minimum speed, Liam would carry through the corner, giving him a little bit of a bump, but it's certainly compromised us more than it compromised Liam, and that just drops us back the extra car length. And Liam using straight line speed of the Aston to pull out a little bit, and from then on we just won't quite be close enough to make a move on Liam. We were pushing, trying to close back up, but ultimately we were never close enough to make another move, so we'd have to settle for P8 in the end. Quite frustrating race with how messy it was. Really difficult one to get into a rhythm too, but yeah, we'll just have to settle for P8. A little bit disappointing having started third on the grid, but yeah, just struggling a bit for pace and getting caught up in those messy battles this race. So we move on to the final race this week. We're at Laguna Seca, and opposite to our grid like last week, we're starting on the back row of the grid in 21st alongside Impega, who in their Ford Focus is going to get a much better launch. Same Ford Focus as the other one we were fighting in Spa and Yas. But obviously Impega could have built it differently as we head through the first couple of corners. Bit messy. We get one car on the outside trying to see if we can maybe make a move into this right-hander, but nothing really coming to fruition. We did spot a gap that was initially there, but kind of closed down as you head through turn 4 now. Try and get the better exit, looking to will be the inside. A couple of cars getting caught up. They're getting spun towards the wall, Impega included, but he'll get back on in front of us. Allow Slow to get up to 19th place as we head now towards fast left-hander. Things closing up, single foul through here. Impega taking a lot of curb as we got a little bump from behind, which kind of helped us through here. We've got the momentum on the exit. We'll go to will be the outside going into this corkscrew pass. Shadow trying to get past Impega 2 just by slowing the car before going into the back of Absol there. We'll get another position, or we'll try and get position through the corkscrew 3 wide into this long left-hander. We get bumped a little bit wide into Shadow. Unfortunately puts him off into the sand. Not much we could do there with the bump from the car on the inside. But as we head through the penultimate corner into the final corner, another corner where things just concertina up, and Impega nearly getting spun there on the apex, using all-wheel drive to pull themselves out of it. But we'll finish this opening lap in P18. On to the second lap now. A little bit far back to make a move into the hairpin here, as the 3 wide in front. Car off in the gravel on the outside will put us up to P17. Another car out wide on the sand puts us up to 16th place, but Shadow's going to try and dive up the inside of us. And after what happened at the end of last lap, just say, right, you go ahead. You got unfortunate last lap. I'll not bother you anymore as we head into the fourth right-hander. Things really back up, trying to avoid contact with 2 cars in front, but then get hit from behind, pushing us into the incident. We'll take place from one of the cars as they go into the sand. And we get moved from the yellow Lancer, trying to dive bomb us. Now able to carry the momentum on the inside. We'll hold the P16 for now on the outside as we have a clean run through the quick left-hander. Got a cut to the end of lap 3 now, still in 16th place as the cars behind us gone to quite a fight. As you can see, they've dropped off quite a bit. Ewan, though, able to follow us as we have a run here on Grumbles towards our hairpin. We have a look to the inside and we said, yeah, we're just got to poke our nose up in there. Able to get alongside Grumbles respectfully leaves us room as we also are able to look to the inside of Viper. They run out wide despite us leaving enough room for them. And so the grass will give us P14. We give them enough room to have the look to the inside of the first right-hander, but they didn't quite have the grip to make use of the opportunity, and we'll pull clear into P14, trying to see if we can drive away. We found ourselves then in P12 as we cut to the second half of the final lap. A couple of cars just crashing off into gravel, not much to show there, but we've just about caught up to the cars behind, or the cars ahead, sorry, but right at the death of this race, Trev making a bit of a mistake, getting onto gravel. We try and see if that allows us to close in enough to make a move. Trev defending into the final corner, so we're going to look to the outside. Very desperate attempt here, trying to make a move work in the final corner, but not being able to make it work very predictably on the outside of the final corner. So we're going to settle here for P12 at Laguna. Not a bit of a lonely race, this one. Much like the fourth race at Silverstone that we're not even going to bother showing. But yeah, up 9 places, mostly due to incidents. Once again, the 190 not doing that well around here. And yeah, getting stuck in traffic a bit. That's going to do it for this week's FailRace versus Community. Thank you everyone very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.